We're at WCRN Studios, and I'm talking to Dr. David Steinhof, who's one of the GOP candidates in the 4th District. Now, Doctor, I just saw what I think was one of the best videos I ever saw in my life, and it's one of your campaign videos called Just One Vote. Can you tell me a little bit about this?
This is all due to a good friend of mine, Brian Bell, videographer from Swansea, actually from Somerset. He volunteered to help us out, and he came up with a script, came up with an idea. We spent several hours shooting different spots in Fall River, and he made this video.
That video was only a few hours work in terms of the shooting?
A few hours in terms of shooting, but I'm sure many hours in terms of cut, paste, and put together for Brian. He's a genius.
Well, I gotta say, I looked at that video, and I stress to anyone who watches this, go grab the video Just One Vote, because what struck me about it was that is the GOP case nationally and statewide, especially in any state that's been run by Democrats for a long time. And you're that was shot in Fall River, and Fall River's had a Democratic mayor forever, and Massachusetts has had a Democratic House forever. Is that not correct?
Obviously, Massachusetts has been very lopsided for years. I don't think we've had a Republican in Congress for quite some time, and that's why I'm running for office. Can you imagine replacing Barney Frank with a Republican? I imagine it every single day, and I think we can do it this time.
Well, this year, we've been told for quite a while that President Obama is going to be winning, and last year it was he was going to have $1 billion. Then, oh, the country loves him. Then, oh, the Republicans can't put up someone against them. And each one of these dominoes has been falling lately to the point where there's talk of trying to replace the vice president. Is the Democratic Party in Massachusetts that same house of cards, and that one of the reasons why it wins is because people just think they're going to win? They just...
Absolutely. They put in Joe Kennedy. That's how certain they were that District 4, newly redistricted District 4, would fall right back over to Joe Kennedy. They haven't really done much of anything. I mean, Joe's got no track record. He worked for a couple of years. He received a ton of money instantly from the other Democrats who were so used to being in control, having that one phone call ability, being on the inside circle, that they sent him tons of money. And he's out there running around doing photo shoots. He goes from one event, we go to events, we hand out cards, we meet people, we stay there for hours, like the Portuguese Feast in Fall River, or over at the block party in North Attleboro. Joe shows up for a couple of minutes, they take a few photos, and he goes on his way. They're absolutely certain they're going to take the district, and I'm certain we're going to make that not happen.
All right, if people want more information about your campaign, where can they find it online?
Make sure they look at that video, Just One Vote. And if they want to see our website, they go to steinhofforcongress.com.
Now, one other thing I want to ask you, you're a practicing dentist.
Yes.
Now, Obamacare, how would it affect, we've talked about how it's going to affect medical care in general, but I haven't heard many people talk about if it'll affect dentistry or anything. And as a dentist, how would the implication of Obamacare impact you or other dentists?
You know, it was a person up in Hopkinton just the other day brought this out. As a dentist, we're always telling people how important dentistry is to our overall health. And he said, if we want to start controlling our health costs, why aren't we making more issue out of what dental care can't do? He's absolutely right. Obamacare does not have a lot of provisions for dental care. Just like Mass Health, when they switched over in this state to affordable health care, they didn't think to put adult dental care in the package. So there really is no provision. Mass Dental Society, to their credit, is working on getting some of that back in. And we're going to have to fight that same thing on a national level if Obamacare passes. But if I'm in, I'm going to work with a lot of other people to make sure this Obamacare is repealed.
Dr. David Steinhof, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.